In today's Murli, Baba says that we souls are designed to have spiritual love for each other, but because we have become body conscious, so that spiritual love is not there. Now, today we'll first understand what does body consciousness have to do with, the lack of spiritual love. And then Baba also says that when you understand that you have to be soul conscious, you have to become Sato Pradhan, you have to become the purest and the most elevated again, then when you strive to do that, then you are able to come back to that state of spiritual love for everyone. Now, so we will understand the connection between consciousness and lack of spiritual love. But first, let's understand what is spiritual love. So, do you have any idea what is spiritual love? Because you see, we only know lust and attachment. We don't know spiritual love. So, we know love that emerges from the root of a vice. Okay, so I know love that emerges from greed. I know love that emerges from selfish interest. I know love that emerges from the desire for the body, or I know love that emerges from this feeling that this person should emotionally or financially support me. But do we know love that is spiritual in nature, that is what we call essential love, or love that is the essence, that is that is our design, love that doesn't come from any vice. So, there is this, so I will tell you one incident. So, there are these two people and they came with a situation and where they were arguing, and one person was saying that this person thinks, the other person thinks that only I need him and he doesn't need me. So, he treats me badly. And then it's not like that. We both need each other. And he has to be respectful towards me. If he is not respectful, then this relationship will get over. So, because in a Gyan Kal, you always think that one has to be respectful to the other, because there will come a time when the tables will be turned, and then the one who is in a higher position will come to the lower position, and then the one who is in the lower position might go to the higher position. So this is the logic we use to treat people well in the Lokik sense in the world. But Baba says that, this whole game, who is higher, who is lower, whether the tables will be turned or not turned, you get into this whole game, and what you don't understand is being respectful, accepting, caring towards somebody doesn't require all this. Yes, so in that incident I am narrating to you, the two brothers, each was saying that he needs me more, so he should bow down to me first. Then I just asked them, so do you only think that one should be respectful and loveful when there is a need? If there is no need, if suppose you don't need me tomorrow, today you have come here and today you are talking to me and you are seeking some help, so you people are behaving nicely in front of me, but let's say tomorrow you don't need me, so will you just look at me on the street and not not greet me or not respond to if I greet you, or will you not pass a smile, or will you not be respectful? So then they said, no, no, of course we'll do that with you. So I said, no, I doubt it, because the way you are fighting with each other, I don't think that if tomorrow you don't need me, you will be respectful and loveful to me. So then they said, no, no, that's not like it. So I said, then what is it? Why will you be respectful to me, and why will you talk nicely to me or pass a smile? So they said, because you are a nice person. So I said, and tomorrow if you hear something bad about me, then what? Then will you stop that? So then they said, no, we will not hear anything bad about you. So I said, no, let's hypothetically assume that you hear something bad about me. Then what? Will you stop smiling? So then one person said, perhaps. So then I said, then if you keep stopping smiling like this, and if you keep blocking your energy of love and respect, then one day you will be very empty, because you will not have any love or any respect in your own heart. So the reason why you have to be, why you are loveful or respectful to someone is not because you need something from them or because they deserve it. It's because that's your essential quality. You are a soul, and a soul is loveful. Is it not our basic nature? When you were children, how did you smile? Because of need. Yes, but these days children also smile because of these reasons. So I remember there is this one little kid, and he is, I think, 3 years of age, and then I saw his Masi giving him a 500 rupee note, and before the Masi gave him money, he was not smiling at all to the Masi. He was only he had a frowning face, and the moment the Masi gave him 500 rupees, he took it and he smiled. So these days children also have learned the value of money, so that's also there. But Baba says that even before you are children, you are a soul. So you become a child, and now 84th birth, and you're carrying those sanskars, so probably they are active in childhood also. But you must know that as a soul, love is your essential quality. You are a loveful soul. And what is that essential quality in action? So how do I, the loveful soul, behave naturally? So you see, there are 4 aspects of spiritual love. First is acceptance. A. So there is a B, C, D. There are 4 aspects. So first is acceptance. You accept everybody as they are. Because before, so you see, when we talk about the 7 qualities of the soul, then the first quality is knowledge. So you cannot be loveful if you're not knowledgeful. So when I have the knowledge that every soul is unique and there is no comparison between one and the other, and everybody is different from each other, but they all belong to this stage and they have a specific part to play, and there is a very good reason why they are who they are. Okay, so you understand, you see that somebody is not like you, they are very different from you, but that difference, that seeing that they are different from you doesn't invoke emotions of a dislike or other emotions in you. So you accept people the way they are. Acceptance means you don't have any negative emotions about who they are. So you are not creating any negative emotions because of the fact of who they are. So that is acceptance of who they are. And just like I told you, the root of every virtue is knowledge. So first is knowledge, then is purity, then there is peace, then there is love. Yes, so there is first knowledge, then purity, then peace, then love. This is the order. So Baba says, when you have the knowledge that every soul is unique, different, and everybody belongs to this drama, and everybody belongs to Baba, and everybody is Baba's child. So I don't have a right to judge anybody, I don't have a right to reject anybody. So the opposite of rejection is acceptance. So you don't reject who they are. So I will tell you one thing. So people these days, you not only reject what people do and say, but you reject who they are. So we have come to that point where I have a problem with you being who you are. And the thing is, every soul is who they are. They cannot change that. So it's the drama that decides who is who. And so I must have this knowledgeful state where I accept everyone as they are. And the second thing is belonging. So this sense of belonging, because you see, originally we are all brother souls. Yes, so have you seen that if you have seen your brothers and sisters grow up, so your brother or sister, and you know them from childhood, and so when they have grown up, they have become very difficult also sometimes, and their spouse complains or other people in the office complain about them, and then you say, no, he's very sweet, he's not like that, he's actually very sweet, you don't know the real him. So this attitude that this is my brother, it invokes acceptance. So Baba says that I am giving you the knowledge that I am your parent and every soul is a brother soul to you. And with this knowledge, when this knowledge becomes a part of my consciousness, then the attitude of acceptance is created, the attitude of belonging is created. So you have this spiritual connection. You feel connected with each other despite the fact that you're not related by blood or by profession or nationality. So with every soul you have this sense of belonging, that we are in relationship with each other, because every soul is a brother soul and we are all children of the same parent. So this attitude of belonging is created through knowledge and consciousness. Yes. And then through this sense of belonging comes natural care. So you see that through this sense that everybody is a brother soul, and even if I don't know them in this birth, or we are not connected by blood or nationality or religion or by any other ways, I care for every soul because there is this deep sense of realization that we are brother souls. So there is this genuine care, and this care doesn't come from a place of needing something, wanting something. it comes from a place where you know this is my brother. So, even if, so I know people who know that this is my brother by blood, and even if that brother has caused a lot of damage to their lives, they still can't stop caring for them. So this care is a byproduct of this realization, this sense of belonging, that this is a brother soul. And in this care, so this care, because the belonging is spiritual in nature, the care is also spiritual in nature. So you care that the soul receives knowledge, the soul receives love, the soul receives Baba's sustenance, and you do everything to bring them closer to Baba. So that's the spiritual aspect of care. Okay, so there is this spiritual love which involves acceptance, there is this sense of belonging, there is this care, and then there is also detachment. D is detachment, because you know the law of karma, and you know that every soul has a predestined journey, and you can only care for them. You can do what makes sense to you to do for them, but then they have their own journey. So you do not get entangled in their journey. You have detachment, you have understanding that they will take everything the way they are destined to take. So there is no attachment, there is no disappointment, there is no expectation, because you know that this is an individual soul on its own unique journey, and you are a part of that journey, and you will contribute in whatever way you can, but you cannot really shape their journey, or you cannot really change what their predestined journey is. So you know that they have a karmic trajectory and they will go by that. So this brings you to detachment. So these are 4 aspects of spiritual love, where there is complete acceptance, there is belonging, there is care, and there is detachment. And when there is spiritual love, it is for every soul, and it is the same for every soul. So, whether it is somebody who is related by blood to you or not, it is the same with everybody. Yes, and that is why you see, and who is the template for spiritual love? Baba. So you see, every soul says Mera Baba. Why? Because Baba's love is the same for everyone, and everyone feels the same love from Baba. Everybody feels I receive the same from Baba. So this is an aspect of spiritual love. Now, do you think that we have spiritual love these days? Do you, for every soul, do you feel that sense of acceptance, belonging, care, and detachment? I'm sure not. So there is a lot of, this vacuum where there is no feeling of spiritual love, and the only kind of love we know is selfish love. So in the guise of love, selfishness is playing its part. So, and then Baba says that this natural quality that we had was blocked by body consciousness. Yes, so you see that when you are soul conscious, you know that I am a soul and I am here to share the love, the peace, the happiness, the purity that I have within me. And then you allow your love to flow to everybody. So that is a soul conscious state of living. In Satyug, we are soul conscious naturally. So our being. So what is a soul conscious state like? A soul conscious state is where you are happy, peaceful, loveful, pure. And in all your thoughts, in your words, in your actions, in your drishti, that love flows to nature, to every soul around you. So that is when you are soul conscious in Satyug. But then from Dwapar Yuga, what happens is body consciousness creeps in. And then we lose this sense of spiritual love. So we don't allow we are beings of love, right? I am a being of love, but I don't allow my love to flow to the other. I just block it in body consciousness. Because when you become body conscious, the first thing is I am a body and I need. Yes? So spirituality is about, so when you realize you are a soul, you realize you are a giver. And when you realize you are a body, or you think you are a body, then you become a beggar. Yes, so a body, so body is made of 5 elements and it's always in need of food, water, air, comfort, pleasure. The body is always needy. So when you become body conscious, you become needy. And anybody who is needy becomes selfish. And anybody who is selfish starts looking at everybody as an object to satisfy their selfish needs. Correct? So this is how we start looking at everybody. So when I start thinking I'm a body, I shift from this attitude that I'm here to give to this attitude where I feel I've come empty and here I have come to fill myself. So I'm a needy soul and I need everything. I need love, I need peace, I need happiness, I need pleasure, I need comfort, I need sensual gratification, I need. And when this starts happening, then you start looking at everybody as an object that fulfills your need. Yes, so a soul that is body conscious, a soul that is full of lust, ego, anger, attachment, greed, looks at everybody as an agent, as an instrument that will fulfill their desire for lust, ego, anger, attachment, greed. Right? So you think you have physical needs, you think you have biological needs, you think you have emotional needs, financial needs, and you look at everybody as a, what do you say? So you become very parasitic basically, and you think that I have to always keep taking from others. And this is body consciousness. So, there are these 4 words: consciousness, attitude, vision, and action. So there is consciousness which decides your attitude. So when you are soul conscious, your attitude is that of a giver. And your vision is that this is where I have to give. So you look at every soul as a brother soul who deserves your love and your respect. So do you see that consciousness, attitude and vision are linked? And then as is your vision, so are your feelings, so is your thought, so is your action. So this consciousness, when I am soul conscious, I feel that I am a giver, I am a soul, I am Baba's child, and everybody is a soul around me, and I am here to share the gifts that Baba has given to me. And I come with the attitude of a giver. I look at every soul as a worthy soul, worthy of respect and love. And then my actions are always loveful, respectful, accepting, caring, because it emerges from the place of knowing who I am and knowing that I am the child of the bestower. I am the child of the bestower of happiness. So that is soul consciousness. So soul consciousness is I am a soul and I am the child of the bestower of happiness. So then my attitude is I have to give happiness, and my vision is that everybody deserves happiness, and then I keep giving it. And when you become body conscious, then what happens? My attitude becomes I am empty, I am needy, and then my vision is everybody is a source to fulfill my needs. So you are brought on this planet to feed my ego, to give me my emotional fulfillment, to quench my desire for lust, yes, or fill my need for property, money. So you are here just to quench my greed, my lust, my ego, my attachment, is it not? This is the attitude we have, or not? So this attitude and this vision, where you look everybody as an object to gratify your needs, this comes from body consciousness. And then there are two kinds of categories of souls that exist. One who fulfill that need, and they become the recipient of your love. Yes, they become the recipient of your care, your love, your your respect. And then when they don't fulfill your need, they become the recipient of your disappointment, anger, and insult and defamation. So you are looking at the world as somebody who should fulfill your needs, and then where your needs are fulfilled, you are well behaved, you say I have good wishes for them, you say I have love in the heart for them. And as soon as they stop fulfilling your needs, then all your attitude shifts. Yes, and your feelings change, you start misbehaving with them, you start defaming them. The very people who you were very tight with yesterday, you start defaming them, you start looking at their defects, you start being angry on them, insulting them, because it comes from a body conscious attitude. And then the other aspect of body consciousness is the other name of body consciousness is ego. And ego needs to be fed always. Yes. So how do you feed your ego? By looking at other people's defects. How do you feed your ego? Early in the morning, you point out that this person is making this mistake, and then you hold that defect in your intellect, and then you say, I'm so much better than them. I'm doing everything right, and I'm the good one, and I'm the right one. So the easiest way to feed your ego is to put someone else down. And that's why you look at other people's defects. You don't look at other people's defects because you are concerned about them. You look at other people's defects because when they have defects, when you hold their defects in your buddhi, your own defects look smaller to you. Yes, and have you seen this conversation that we have in the household, where somebody says you have this problem and you should change it, and you immediately says you have a bigger problem, why don't you look after that? So the thing is, you want to point out at the other person's bigger problem so that your own problem just vanishes. So, you don't want to look at your defects. So, what you do is you keep looking at other people's defects, so you don't have the time and thought to look at your own. But Baba says that there is one very beautiful law. You will become what you see. Seeing is becoming. Right? So already you have a lot of defects. And then you're not looking at them because you are busy seeing the defects of others and ignoring yours. And the thing is, in that whole journey of looking at other people's defects, you are not paying attention to improving yours. Second is, you are imbibing their defects also. You become what you see. If you are always focused on other people's defects, they slowly become your defects. Have you seen this? You live with a miserly person and every day you say, this person is not spending, not spending, not spending. Slowly you have started holding on to your purse tighter and tighter and tighter. Yes, so his defect has become your defect. And I remember there was this one sister, and she had a sister-in-law, and that sister-in-law was lazy. And when she got married, the sister-in-law wouldn't knead the atta. So, you would knead the flour to make rotis. So, the sister-in-law wouldn't knead the flour, and then she would wait for this one to get the flour ready so that she could make rotis. So then this soul, my friend, she started always waiting for her to knead the atta. And then slowly, gradually, her whole life was about who will knead the atta first, who will prepare the atta to make chapatis. That became the only focus of her life. And when she was one day complaining about it, I told her, do you see that making that dough ready only takes 5 minutes, but it has started consuming your whole day? So, because you are looking at that person who has made this the priority of their life, so now it has become the priority of your life also. So this was not on your list, but now it is foremost on your list because you have only focused your attention on somebody on whose list this is the first thing that is to be decided, who will knead the atta. So you see that this is how it happens. So Baba says that when you are body conscious, first thing is you start looking at everybody as an object of gratification, and then you only extend your care and feeling of belonging to those who are supplying you with your ingredients, and then you block that energy as soon as they stop supplying it to you. And then in that blocking of energy, what are you doing? You are making less and less of it available to yourself. And then the second thing is, when you're body conscious, you're only looking at other people's defects, and in doing so, you are imbibing their defects and becoming more and more defected every day. And then Baba says that now you have to stop doing this, and you have to start that backward journey or that forward journey where you again go back to spiritual love. And how does that journey start? So Baba says, first shift your aim. So first, through knowledge, I tell you that you are a soul, and your aim is not to take from everybody. Your name is to fill yourself so that you can radiate. So Baba says, become soul conscious and look at Baba, because when Baba is the ocean of virtues, Baba is the ocean of everything you need. So Baba says, don't think you are a body, and don't think your needs are physical, and don't connect with other people as sources of your needs. Start understanding that you are a soul, your needs are spiritual, and Baba is the one who will fulfill those needs. So start becoming soul conscious and remembering me. And second thing is, instead of looking at other people's defects and becoming more and more defected every day, look at me. I am the ocean of virtues. And when you look at me, you will imbibe virtues. So Baba says, you start shifting this, and then slowly, gradually, you will create that state of soul consciousness and move back to spiritual love. And then Baba says that also, even if you see somebody behaving really badly, look at it knowledgefully, that this soul is depleted, and how will a depleted soul behave? In this manner only, the way they are behaving. And then Baba says this, Baba says that when you keep looking at other people's defects, you think that you are perfect. But Baba says your own ego is not allowing you to see how defected you have become. So don't think you're very clever and you're only looking at others to improve them. Start looking inwards and start removing your own defects by looking at me, looking into the mirror of Srimad, and checking and changing whatever defects you have. So this is something that Baba tells today. There is this question, what is the difference between bliss and happiness? Bliss has no opposite. Happiness has an opposite, sorrow. So bliss doesn't have an opposite. So it's that permanent, eternal state. Okay. So this is something that Baba is saying. And then there is something also very interesting which I would like to talk about. So Baba says, while walking and moving around, I remember the Father with a lot of happiness. No matter how far you walk while in remembrance, you will not become tired. The more remembrance you have, the more sparkle there will be. So, people think that physical activity has something to do with your state of mind. Now, let me put this like this. So, there is one school of thought which says that if you exercise and if you go for long walks, then your body secretes happy hormones. Yes? But then if you do the same thing because you don't have a choice. So let's say you are exercising and you are sweeping and mopping the floor. Is that not exercise? So the maid has not come, and then you have to sweep and mop the floor, and then you don't have a cab or a vehicle, and then you have to walk 5 kilometers. Then will that release happy hormones? No, you become very miserable at that time. So you see that I, the soul, do everything through the body. So it is my state of being, my consciousness, which releases the hormones, not the activity. So Baba says that when you are in my remembrance, then even if you are doing something which is very physically stressful, maybe it's a lot of hard work, maybe it's walking miles and miles, but you will not feel tired, Because happiness or tiredness is related to consciousness. It is not related to activity. These days people say that, if you eat chocolate, happy hormones will be released. If you walk, happy hormones will be released. If you exercise, they will be released. No. Happy hormones, that is a separate issue. This is a machine, the body is a machine. You must keep it operational. So, otherwise it will just jar. So, that's a different issue. This is a machine. So, the body is a machine and every machine needs to be oiled and exercised. So, that's different. But that has got nothing to do with happiness or sorrow. So, whether you are feeling happy or tired or sad or miserable, or you're full of gratitude, or you're full of, these thoughts about how miserable I am, that is all related to your state of mind. And your state of mind is dependent on your consciousness, because I told you the soul has consciousness, and consciousness decides mind, buddhi and sanskar, what will be active. Okay, so when you are in remembrance of Baba, Baba says you can do anything, everything, and still you will not feel tired, you will be very happy. So this is one lesson that Baba is giving us. Okay, Om Shanti.